From the moment Aldara opened her eyes, she knew something was wrong. The sound of Tyrion's sword being pulled from its sheath made her sit up. It was still dark, and the fire had diminished to embers that did little in the way of light. "Tyron," Aldara said, trying to focus in the dark. Tyrion's hand came across her mouth and she went still beneath it.
"Don't move. Don't speak."
She nodded and he took his hand away. She felt the bed shift as he left and watched through blinking eyes as he crept towards the door, sword in hand. He was listening for something Aldara could not hear. She realised then that he was still trapped somewhere between sleep and reality. She remained still, not wanting to panic him further. He would come back to her as soon as his mind cleared. He walked back to the bed, naked, eyes blazing in the darkness.
"We need to get you out of here,"
he said, looking around for her clothes. She breathed deep and long. "Why?"
"I need to take you somewhere safe."
Aldara crawled across the bed towards him. "Tyron, come here. Sit on the bed." He bent down and picked up her dress, then felt around with his bare foot for her undergarments.
"He's here."
"Who is here?"
"Pollux."
Aldara went still. She had not been prepared to hear his name. They had never spoken it between them.
"I was trying to protect you. I should have told you."
Aldara shook her head. "He is not here. You need to stop. Sit down so we can talk about it." Finding her undergarments, he bent to pick them up.
"He is here. Now get dressed."
"Tyron, stop," she said, moving towards him. He did not see her in the darkness, and when he turned to thrust the clothing towards her, his fist made contact with her shoulder, knocking her backwards on the bed. Neither of them moved for a moment. Tyron's hands went into his hair.
"Are you all right?"
he said, his voice breaking. Aldara swallowed and sat up, staring at the black form in front of her. It had not hurt in the slightest, but it was something she had not been expecting in the middle of the night. He lowered himself onto the bed and looked at her.
"I'm sorry. I didn't realise you were so close."
"I moved. It's my fault," she said, wincing at the conversation. After a long moment she picked up her clothes and began to dress. Tyron went to the fireplace and poked at the embers before adding a log to it. A soft glow filled the room.
"I am going to take you to your quarters,"
Tyron said. Aldara finished the buttons on her dress and looked at him. "I can stay?" He shook his head.
"Let's go."
When the two of them opened the door, Pirro leapt up from his cot, trying to wake himself up. Tyron said nothing, simply placed a hand on Aldara's back, and the two of them continued past him. By the time they arrived at the companions' quarters, the sky had begun to lighten. The eerie glow of dawn filtered through the window in the corridor. They stood just outside the door, where the heat from the main room could reach them. Aldara glanced at the fire that Sapphira had built. It was still going strong. She was looking everywhere but at Tyron.
"I'm sorry,"
Tyron said, watching her.
"I hope you know that I would never hurt you intentionally."
Aldara looked at him now. "You didn't hurt me. I was just a bit shocked." Tyron glanced down at the shoulder where his fist had made contact. "Not about that," she said, reading his thoughts. "Is Grandor Pollux really at Archdale? I thought perhaps you were dreaming." His eyes went to hers.
"I think I was. But Pollux is at Archdale. They are only here a few days. I thought it might be best if you did not know."
She hated standing so far apart, not touching. "It was inevitable that I see him again. He is one of King Jair's most trusted advisers. He will be at the feast tomorrow night. I will see him then."
Tyron shook his head. "You are not going anywhere near the man. It is bad enough that I am forced to be civil."
Her stomach tightened as she thought about the next few days. "I want you to know that it is my own fault that I got hurt that night." Tyron was silent for a moment.
"What?"
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.